So they want to remove people from duly elected democratic processes because they don't want the policies that Ken Paxton wants. What could be more undemocratic than that? Republicans in Texas have resorted to hunting Democrats, issuing civil arrest warrants for members of the Texas House of Representatives who have left the state in a political act. The state constitution of Texas allows for quorum breaking. It's just a political play, right? But it also allows for them to go and try to arrest them. But this is not illegal activity. This is well within the bounds, well within the rules devised by the framers of the Texas Constitution. I almost, out of force of habit, said the United States Constitution. It was set up this way. If you don't like the rules, change the rules. But not only are they talking about arresting them, which is part of the deal, although Texas subpoenas have no force of law in any other state, it's only good in Texas. It's kind of a bullshit alarm bell here. What it doesn't call for or allow is to remove democratically elected members of the House of Representatives in Texas from their stations, nullifying democracy, in effect, taking the will of the voter out of it, allowing Greg Abbott to choose who gets to be in what position and only if they agree with his positions. That's where we are. So let me read this to you. This is from the Texas Tribune. This is the headline: Texas House issues arrest warrants for Democrats who left state to block congressional redistricting. The warrants apply only within state lines, making them largely symbolic, as most of the legislatures in question decamped to Illinois, New York, and Massachusetts. Now, I got two clips here. One is from the Speaker of the House, Dustin Burrows, and the other is Ken Paxton, the disgraced Ken Paxton, the Attorney General, who's talking about actually nullifying democracy and canceling elections, taking those people from their positions, which there's no mechanism for at all. This is just a power grab, just anti-democracy in action. But let's go to this Texas Tribune before I get to those clips. The Texas House voted Monday afternoon to track down and arrest more than 50 Democratic lawmakers who were not present when the chamber gavelled in. After the 85-6 vote, House Speaker Dustin Burrows said he would immediately sign civil warrants for each of the legislators, empowering the chamber's sergeant-at-arms and state troopers to arrest and bring them to the Capitol. So let me do this. Before I finish this article, I got like 2 more paragraphs here. Let me play that for you. This is Dustin Burrows, the Speaker of the Texas House of Representatives, making that announcement.
There are multiple things the Texas House is working on and should be working on at this time. Pursuant to the Constitution, the governor gets to set the agenda, and the Constitution says the members of the legislature shall show up to do their jobs. I am proud of the members who are here. It was bipartisan. I am hopeful there'll be more members here tomorrow. But I am disappointed that while these members are here reporting for their duty under the Constitution, others are out of the state, in New York, in Chicago, in places they do not represent, obviously getting lots of attention at this time. Pursuant to the powers that this House has, we have issued a call on the House. The governor has called me, and I appreciate his support. He has offered DPS to fully help us make sure we need to do what can be done to establish a quorum and do this special session. Let me assure you of this. While our work may be delayed, whether it's tomorrow or next week, the House will complete its required duties. I have signed the civil arrest warrants. We will work with DPS to locate members. I saw, for instance, there is one member who said that they're doing a fundraiser here in Austin tomorrow. And I've sent that fundraising letter to DPS and said they should be invited to attend as well. We'll see how that goes forward.
Yeah. Now, the problem lies in this next paragraph. They will not, the Democrats, will not face civil or criminal charges from the arrests. The warrants apply only within state lines, making them largely symbolic, as most of the legislators in question decamped to Illinois, New York, and Massachusetts to forestall passage of the GOP's proposed redraw of Texas's congressional map. The House used the same tactic to try to force Democrats back to work in 2021 when a majority of them left for Washington, D.C. to protest GOP voting restrictions. Some of the lawmakers challenged the warrants in court, obtaining an injunction against arrests that was later struck down by the Texas Supreme Court. So here's where we are. One, this really lays bare what is important to Democrats and what is not, by extension, important to Republicans. Each time that Republicans leave the state of Texas to protect, using this quorum breaking mechanism, it's to protect democracy. It's to protect voting rights. It's to protect the sanctity of non-gerrymandered districts. And as I said in the previous video, as I said previously, if you don't want this, if you don't want the mutually assured destruction of gerrymandering all across the country, because you invariably will lose because there are more of us than you, then why don't you calm it down? But they can't see the forest through the trees, or whatever the saying is. They can't get past themselves and trying to give Donald Trump the wettest, wildest dreams of his entire disgusting existence. That's what they're doing. So here's Ken Paxton, really going deep here, talking about removing people from their democratically elected positions, an absolute disrespect and a slap in the face, metaphorically, to democratic rule.
Will you do that, sir?
So there's all kinds of things we can do. One, they could have been chained to their desks when they were there already. The speaker could have shut the doors. I was in the House. That actually happened. We had to spend the night there to keep everybody there. At this point, we can arrest them. If the speaker puts out a call to arrest them, they can be arrested. Now, one of the problems we have, they go outside of the state. They've all gone to very liberal states, which, by the way, most of those states have lines that are way more gerrymandered than what you would say ours supposedly are. Or we're looking at another process where we can potentially take some of these people out of office for not following through on their constitutional their constitutional duties to show up and vote on important issues like redistricting.
So they want to remove people from duly elected democratic processes and putting them into office because they don't want the policies that Ken Paxton wants. If you don't agree with me on how we destroy democracy in America, we're going to remove you from office. What could be more undemocratic than that? You're just telling on yourself, Ken Paxton. Maybe. Well, we won't go there. Write in the comments what you thought I was going to say. Anyway, what do you think? Look, I invite you, if you're from Texas, I'd love to hear from you. If you're from Illinois, if you are from Massachusetts, if you are from New York, if you are from California, I want to hear from you, if you're a Democrat, about what you think about this move to meet tit for tat. To meet them where they are, to play. If they're going to change the rules of the game midstream, we should be playing by those rules. What do you think about that? Comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please consider supporting this work. First and foremost, make sure you're subscribed or you are following me on different social media outlets. We're trying to grow this operation into something strong, reliable, and with your help, we can do that. If you also want to help support this work financially, for $2 a month, you could do just that. Become a channel member on YouTube by clicking the join button below the video. There's some way to do it on Facebook, but I've got to... I know I'm whining. I got to figure it out. Also, patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Anyway, I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Until then, be genuine and take care of one another.